All right, we're here. We're here. Put on the smudge guard. Show you guys what we're working with. Here we are. Guess who's back? 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 Alrighty. It's a little. You guys don't have this problem, but recently I've had a problem with my OBS window not being able to collapse properly. Oh well. I wonder if we could. That's a possible solution. But not really. Okay. I guess we just suffer. All right. So, quick stream today. I have a busy day ahead of me, so we're gonna call it early. Uh, and I'm thinking that's gonna be like 9:30, 10, which is in an hour or an hour and a half. Before then, I'd like to warm up. I think we're gonna spend about half an hour doing that, and then see how far we can push this drawing here. We'll see. If I'm not very quick, I might want to push the stream a little bit further, but that's the plan. All right. My cup of coffee and my cup of tea today. Right. Let's find some references to draw for warm up. I wonder. Okay, maybe we put the bangers back on the Twitch stream. Um, can I do that right now while streaming? Give me a second. I think. Oh no, we can't do that while streaming. All right, that'll be tomorrow then. For now, it's BYOB. Bring your own bangers. All right, all right. Get rid of the lady. Get drawing some figures. Vibe out. balance is all the way off on this one. But I think that just about fixes it. All right. All right. And another one. Oh, whoops. Let's try that again. Trying to channel patience in my art these days. I've been feeling like a big what's that? Source of mistakes in my art recently has just been impatience. I'm trying to take my time a little bit more. Make sure that I don't rush. And then we'll see if that helps. I would like, what would I like? Slightly longer torso on this one. Slightly more foreshortening. Slightly more of like a contrapposto. I think the head could be a little bit bigger and tilt a little bit more back. Right? So that went from that to that. That feels better to me. An S curve here, and a little bit of a break in the head. A little bit floaty still, man. Don't fully believe that shoulder. And she's wearing her pants higher, of course. They're high-waisted. Alrighty. I think maybe I scaled up the head a little too much. It's subtle, but it's a little bobbleheady. And then let's try to end the hair here in the gap of the silhouette so it stands out. Maybe one more? Don't really believe that arm, man. I think that helped. Yeah, that helped. Smaller hand up here. I think we need to move this head a bit. The neck isn't really connecting. That's a little much. There you go. That honestly might be my biggest art problem right now, is I'm just impatient with my drawings. Impressive work, my guy. Thank you, Happy Racist Smiles. Thank you. Yeah, it's when you don't think about the marks, when you don't really, and you honestly aren't really trying as much as you can with every mark, every line. I think I'm doing that a little bit too much these days, rushing, just hoping that it'll work out. Instead of making sure. How am I though? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Little tired, a little exhausted these days. But everything's good. It's nice to be over the hump of the holidays. Holidays were quite busy for me, so a little stressful. Nice to be back to the work day, the day-to-day, big fan of the day-to-day. I've worked really hard to try and make my day-to-day as close to my ideal day-to-day as possible, right? That's kind of the whole art gambit, the whole trying to do art for a living gambit is kind of that. Is what if my work day was a good time? Thanks for following. It works sometimes. Sometimes it's still oh, there's a reason they call it work type of a deal. But a lot of the time it kind of is hella dope. You respect the hustle. Oh no, my coffee's lukewarm. This is a good warm up, and this is a good warm up because I took enough time with each of these that I think each of them could actually turn into a good drawing. Which that's not it's not always the case. I kind of want to do another one. I kind of want to do one more. That's a fun pose. This is like and you'll see in a bit, but this is like a Pokemon trainer ass pose. Gotta love Pokemon, yeah. I really like generally the Pokemon trainer designs because they're and I talk a lot about this, but I like stupid design or like stupidly brave design, stupidly exaggerated design. And Pokemon trainers, they have there's a lot of brave design decisions in there. Like people wearing shoelaces, huge shoelaces on their hoodies. And they totally work out. Yeah, I certainly like it. It works within the realm of Pokemon, right? It wouldn't work in The Last of Us, but that's the point. It doesn't need to work in The Last of Us, it needs to work in Pokemon. And so I like really campy, extreme exaggerated design. And no, that wouldn't work in The Last of Us or in Elden Ring or in Clair Obscur or whatever. But it works in the types of media that I enjoy, so it works. You think I'm exaggerating on that one? Which one? And hey, Darmadon. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. This is the Pokemon trainer that captures Pokemon by taking pictures of them. This is like a Pokemon Snap type of illustration. There's a little camera here. Did you guys play Pokemon Snap? I really enjoyed that game. You just played Fire Red and Black? Right. Fire Red is the Gen 3 era rework of Gen 1, right? And Pokemon Black, I know, that's Gen 5. I had Pokemon Emerald as a kid. That one was great. So the Pokemon that are nostalgic to me are always the Gen 3 Pokemon. Hit you with a Torchic or a Trico, especially a Mudkip, man. I feel like I can almost remember like the team I beat the Elite Four with. That's crazy. It was Swampert, Exploud, right? That's their name. Exploud. I think I have two Explouds. Yeah. Swampert. I think I had two Explouds. Then I had a Machamp. And a Rayquaza. That's 5. No, yes, that's 5. What was my last Pokemon? I don't remember. Oh, that could have been so fun. Maybe like what's that called? Something real, something EL. The Pokemon that's like it's like a bird in a cloud. What's that one? I think that's the team. Is it like a stereo? No. What's the cloud bird Pokemon? Altaria, the cloud bird type Pokemon. Yeah. That's the one. Then you put Fly on that. You put Dive and Surf on your Swampert. You put Strength on your Machamp. And maybe even your Rayquaza, which also has Hyper Beam. I don't remember why I had the Explouts. I really liked them. I remember that. thought they were real good. Favorite Pokemon? So I usually there was a long period of time where I said Sylveon, the EV fairy type evolution. I don't know that that's true anymore. It might just be like a Swampert. Really carried me through Pokemon Emerald. Anyway, Pokemon Snap's real nice. Um, it's just like a wholesome Pokemon experience, right? There's no battling. You just move. It's like an on rails picture shooter. Very enjoyable. Pokemon Snap type pose. You're crouching as to not scare the Pokemon. Got your camera out so as to photograph the Pokemon. It could be fun to later on give her like an actual Pokemon trainer type outfit. I'm like, maybe her hair could be like a photography studio light. Something like that. That could be fun. Anyway, what did we say? We said probably a short stream. And we said this character right here. It's mainly like the dog needs flats. Then I need like some simple cell shading type shadows and some gradients. And then I think we call it maybe some material indication. Let's write that down. Let's write that down. Dog flats. Simple cell shading. Gradients. And important, let's do important materials. We don't necessarily need to indicate all of the materials, but at least the important ones. Cool. That's the game plan. Are you guys bringing your own bangers? When you enter a silent, when you enter a no background music stream like this one, do you instinctively put on bangers or do you just live without it? Dog, doggo, dog. Let's look at the dog. Let's find my reference. And we're gonna do like a classic black Doberman Pinscher coloration, which means red as well. I don't know, maybe I should do this brush. It's a little softer. Yeah, we'll just do the softer one. Oh, and also, let's do it on a separate layer. Just be smart about it. And then something like that. And interestingly, no, I guess it depends. There's two strats. Oh, excuse me. A little tired. There's two strats for the eyes, and either we go like reflective and brighten the eyes. Maybe that's just better. Or you go dark for the eyes. I guess you could do both. It's like that, or it's like that. I don't know. I kind of like the darker one actually. I do think it could be cool if we had a little bit of something to highlight the eyes. And I guess we go quite bright for the scars, huh? Yeah, not that one. Maybe not that one. I don't know, man. That feels a bit busy. Feels a little bit busy. That feels at least a little bit better. Okay. There you go. What else are we seeing? We're seeing two of these red spots on the front. Like that. And that. When people cut their tails, that's so whack. I mean, I know their tails aren't this long, but don't cut the dog's tail, man. Well, what colors? What color are their tails then? Just black. I wonder, the ears, is that also something you do to them? Because some of these dogs have those pointed ears that you typically associate with a Doberman Pinscher, and some of them just have regular ass dog ears draping down. Like, I wonder if that's also like a surgery. All right, and then here's the other thing: is you're not that red at all. You're a bit more orange, actually. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I think that's dog flats. Next step up, simple cell shading. Simple cell shading. I have a good example of that in a different reference document. Thanks for following. Leonard Skinnert. How you doing? What am I looking for? Yes, wait, give me a second. I know it's here somewhere. My reference document is slightly big, I will admit. And Dave Strider, hello, hello. How you doing? There you go. I found it. I found the reference I'm looking for. Awesome, awesome. So simple cell shading. Um, yep. Let's get into it. I'm like forever on my quest to discover ways to not fully render stuff. You finally found the time to follow me? Well, thanks, appreciate it. That's really fun that it's been like a thing that you've wanted to do for a while. Heart right back at you. And Dave Strider, you didn't have the time to watch my streams the past 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's your art gains you're missing out on, so you know, I don't care. If you follow up the bits where you're kind of putting down your viewers a little bit with like a big ass shit eating grin, it immediately lets them know that it was just a joke. Okay, let's just actually decide on a light direction. It's clearly above. We're clearly doing above. The standard is the standard is above and to the right, like a 45-degree above and to the right lighting scenario. When you're just doing like out in the open sort of character design type illustrations. Like we could do some big and flashy crazy lighting statement, but big part of this piece is I just want to show you this character, so let me show it to you in some clear lighting, right? That's crazy. What's crazy? Indominus space. I guess we could go a little bit darker on that. Is that necessary? No, it's fine. My art's really good. Do I have any brush packs? No. I think they're gonna happen one day, but hasn't been high on my to-do list these days. Most of my brushes are quite standard. I have one like real freaky one. That's definitely gonna be in the first brush pack I ever do. But like most of what I do is hard round, and the ink brush here is like it's just, so Clip Studio has really good brush settings, but it's just like a hard round with that I squished, so it's an ellipse, right? And then it has some kind of dramatic pen pressure settings. But like that's it. It's quite a simple brush to make. Something that's really nice about, like, if you're just going for like comic-y, cell shading-y art, a lot of the marks you want need to be quite simple. Like for inky, cell shady stuff, you don't necessarily need these crazy like textured brushstrokes. I guess I do that sometimes, huh? Well, never mind. But the point is, you can really do a lot with just like a hard round pressure opacity, And then this one could even have been round, but I just like the chisel tip or like the ellipse tip. But like these three brushes, you can do so much with. Let's do a little bit of like, and we reached a follower goal. Holy shit! One day I'm turning some of these sounds off, man. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Leonard, if you're still here, you're like Leonard.exe on Instagram, right? Isn't it something like that? I believe that I know the art of a Leonard.exe on the Instagrams. I mean, he might just have checked in to get the follow ticked off his to-do list, which is fair. Do I not play music on my streams? No, I'm a bit paranoid about getting like copyright stricken. I've been thinking maybe I could pick it back up and then just, you know, when I get the first copyright strike, I can just stop. DMCA can be rough, yeah. I haven't been copyright stricken, so you know I could just like scum it out until they hit me the first time. Maybe a royalty-free playlist? Sure, but okay, and so this is a peek behind the curtain. But I quite enjoy listening to music while working, and I quite enjoy listening to music that I know and like while working. So although you guys are in complete silence, I do have a little bit of music on right now. And so if we were listening to royalty free, we'd all have to listen to royalty free music. Kevin MacLeod? I guess I'm saying I don't really know Kevin MacLeod. Let's just all listen to fucking Ben sound. McLeod. Do I know Kevin McLeod? Well, the way you're saying it, I'm assuming I probably know some of his royalty-free music, but not by name. I have to say I don't know him by name. Okay. And then I'm suspecting you would just be like all in shadow. Maybe we can get away with a little bit of light down here. Are we even doing the thing that I said? Top right? Not really, huh? We're just doing top. And then the thing about, okay, we'll do that later. One thing at a time. Simple cell shading first. I guess I'm doing too many soft edges for it to properly be cell shading. Hound Doom looking woofer. Yeah, dude. It's not the first Hound Doom mention on the stream working on this guy. But I think first time around it was me, so. Let's see, something like that. Slept early last night? I did. I was exhausted. Yeah. I went to bed. Which also I should stop doing. I should keep my bedtimes. There's this new thing with my sleep where I wake up like between 5 and 10 times over the course of a night. But I think it's gonna pass in like a couple weeks because I think it started this Friday. So I think once I get a little bit of distance, it'll stop. But I just read today that the fix for that is actually not going to sleep earlier to get more sleep. The fix for that is still to just keep your bedtimes. You had a 7-hour session yesterday. Did you climb immediately when you got there? Did you not sit for a spell and ride Hound? Do I feel proud of myself for this art? Um, I quite like how this piece is turning out. Yeah. I do quite like how this piece is turning out. You pop matte melatonin? I don't have any of that on did I dodge the question? I don't tend to feel proud very much. I don't know, man. Did I watch the stuff you said a month ago? No, I didn't, man. I'm sorry, I forgot about it. I remember that there was a crazy pilot. Um, I forgot the name of it. Stay uncomfortable, chase your shadow. I I don't think you quite understand. You don't have to be proud to be comfortable. You meant it. That's a way better answer than a month ago. What did I say a month ago? No, and you're stupid and I hate you? That doesn't sound like me. I don't know what to say about the Doomer comment. Caught? Caught? I don't know. Man, living off the wall? Pretty good, pretty good, A month ago, okay, but I think you're misrepresenting. I think I was being pragmatic and I said, there's no guarantee I'll watch it. I might not watch it. That's what I said. I remember now. I said, to be honest, I might not watch it. Sitting here a month later, that turned out to be true. It turned out to be correct. I just didn't want to give you like false hopes. Gaslight District. Gaslight District. It's a short investment if it's just a pilot. And then you recommended Overlord? But I think the next, and maybe you also recommended Freerun. I think Freerun is going to be my next long form anime, probably. Because it seems to be like a pretty important one, pretty influential. Everyone's liking it, right? I'm like pretty close to going like full Gucci flavor on the belt. And now I've done it. Second season of what? Freerun? For some reason I thought it had several already. Is that all of the black? Is that cell shading for all of the black? Almost. You gonna pop out? Yeah, you too. Have a good one. See ya, man. That's not the form right here. Yeah. Oh, the purse. Purse? Ooh, purse. Is there a lore explanation why the pelvis looks like marble? No, I just like this way to stylize anatomy. Okay, let's get to the skin. And what do we say about shadows? You're casting this way. You feel like she would have a Houndoom Pokemon? Yeah, well, she does. Well, basically, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Goku drip? Now, what does that refer to? I haven't. Ooh, this is bad. This is self-reporting. I haven't seen Dragon Ball. Blue and orange clothes. Oh me! Oh me! I see. I see. Why? Thank you. Power level 0. No, don't say that. Don't. No, it's like at least like 100 or something. Don't say that. Obviously not going to be like over 9,000 or anything, but you know. Four at best. Damn. All right, all right. What else? I wanted to highlight on the nose. Yeah, it's 43-degree heat today in Hamburger. No, it's good. I speak. And what would that be? If Americans hamburger. Choke, choke, choke. Nah, I can't. I couldn't riff something European. I was gonna say like I speak arbitrary regulations of the lengths of vegetables. Something like that. Some shit like that. That feels European. Um, No, that is hot. That is hot. Okay. And probably have to crunch you a little bit. Does that work? Never mind. It just feels like too much. It feels like I'm losing the lines. That feels fine. I'm in Denmark. Oh, you're asking Dave. Yeah, how did you get that heat in January? Might be a Southern Hemisphere type of guy. You don't know. Definitely asking the real questions. Is Dave Australian? Let's see. Let's ask Dave. For 100 points. Question on everybody's heart. Dave is Australian. Ding 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 ding. One KZ man, that means you win 3 garden gnomes and a. I fucking fucked it again. Just 3 garden gnomes. Technically British, but he lives in Australia. One Casey man, you win 1.5 garden gnomes. You can collect them off Donald Trump's lawn anytime you want. You're not following. I'm saying go to Donald Trump's lawn, collect your prize anytime you want. Anytime you want. Three of those garden gnomes are yours. One and a half. I tried to say one and a half gnomes for your half correct answer. One and a half. I don't know, man. I'm trying to draw. It's there might be a margin of error on the speech thing. Cause he British, yeah. And Brits only have half as many garden gnomes, so. Cause he British. If any. Damn. I think the dog is a little too contrasty right now. I mean, well, actually, maybe. Now we go ahead and we do the material indication. What do we think about drawing on the iPad? Oh, you're asking chat? Okay. I'll keep my opinion to myself. What was the fucking gas district? Gaslight district. I'm also chat? No, there's no way. You guys are chat. I just don't like that it's well, like a normal display tablet, it's either on the table or it's at an angle, and it's uncomfortable to draw at an angle like that. And it's uncomfortable for my neck back to draw on the table like that. I don't like that it's typically not like a keyboard deal. I like my keyboard shortcuts. It's one of those not for me things. Get rid of that mark there. Yeah. Okay, I actually said I'd end this stream early, and I did so for a reason. And one of the reasons I did that was so for several reasons. One of them is that I am tired today, and that kind of passed a little bit. I'm kind of vibing right now with just working on this piece. But the other reason is that I'm a little bit busy with actual work. So for that reason, I think it would be responsible for me to actually end stream early, like I said I would. And so we will try to do that as soon as I'm like pseudo happy with like a state of the piece that I can leave it in. Don't go, you just got here. Send me $20 to continue streaming. I think that's probably like a bad thing for me to start to do, Dave. I'm sorry. I mean, $20 is $20. You're exactly right. But I think for this stream thing to be sustainable, I need a healthy relationship to it where I can kind of stop when I want and start when I want. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the gesture. But I think I'm gonna have to decline. We might have to rework that face later, but you know, it's not complete trash right now. Anyway, gang, talk to you some other time. Hope you guys have a lovely day. See you in the next one. Until then, have a good one.